Well, hello everybody. Welcome. My name is Cherise Matthews, and so excited that you're here tonight. I know you could have all sorts of other things you could be doing, or maybe not, but that's for another day, right? But welcome. I am Cherise Matthews. I am a mother of three very active, athletic boys. I have a very funny husband. He's my soulmate, and I am a mom and an entrepreneur. And I just want to tell you about my story a bit before we get started, because I'm so excited to share some incredible information with you tonight. First of all, I graduated from college at University of California at Irvine with a pre-law degree, and I was ready to take on the world. But I had one problem, and that was that law was not what I wanted to do. And so I found myself sitting on a golf course as a cart girl selling sandwiches and beers to the golfers as they passed. And I thought to myself, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? Ugh. And so at that time, my father was not very happy with me. And he said, well, at least you're the most well-educated cart girl out there. And that maybe possibly I could have been, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And also I wasn't going to tell him that I was $40,000 in debt from trying one of those networking businesses. And so here I was one day out on the course, and a gentleman, very kind, this just gentleman, I can see him to this day, very kind, humble man, came up, he bought his sandwiches and his beer, and he gave me $100 tip. And I said, excuse me, sir, I think you made a mistake here. That's $100. And he said, no, that's for you. And I got to tell you, being a recent grad, being 40,000 in debt, off my dad's payroll, the $100 looked pretty darn good. I said, hold on before you leave and drive off. May I ask you what you do for a living? And he looked at me and said, network marketing. And he drove off. And I said to myself, gosh, do people actually make money at those businesses? Could it be a viable business? Oh, well, I was never going to try it again because I had already tried that. That's how I ended up $40,000 in debt, right? So I thought, you know what? Oh, well, that's it. Fast forward, my career path led me in two different directions simultaneously. I was first an insurance wholesaler, wholesaling insurance to financial brokers. And that was to protect high net worth estates. And then my passion for fitness was always there. And I was a Group X trainer and a personal trainer that trained all the way to the elite levels, being an athlete myself. And I just had a passion for that. And I just kept thinking there's got to be a better way. In fact, I could leave a footprint on human health one-on-one, but there has to be a better way to leave it on a larger scale. So that's when my passion for fitness really took precedent. And one of my girlfriends, one of my very best girlfriends, came to me at that time, and she showed me this business, and it had one of the most powerful antioxidants ever known to man. And we actually took that product to market, and we ran with it, and we earned leveraged income and a lot of it. And as that was going like crazy and we were running like crazy, my insurance boss called me into his office and he said, okay, I know what you're doing on the side. And he looked right at me. We had a good relationship, and he said, I want you to go for it. My wife has made millions with that business platform. Run like crazy. Go home, be with your kids, work from home. And if you ever want to come back, there's a wide open door here for you to come back. Not a bad way to leave a job. So at that time, we were running like crazy, but science was advancing. And what we found out was that even though the super antioxidant was incredibly powerful, it still didn't hold up to what our own bodies could do, and what we could literally flip on switches in our bodies to turn on the antioxidant production by 100-fold. I'm like, this is crazy. We are on to something big. And that's what led me to this company today. I've been with this company that I'm going to share with you. It's been 10 years and have not been more excited than I am right now. And really, I really hit home when my husband recently, in this environment that we're in, said to me, thank you. He said, Cherise, do you realize that in all the time, like in the last couple of decades here, in two economic crashes, not only has your business survived, but it has thrived in an arid economic environment. Thank you. I thought, wow, we are truly in a position to run like crazy. So let me share my screen and we're going to get started here. There we go. And we're going to go right to this. So who are we? Well, we are Lifevantage. And of course, proper disclosures. Okay, so if you take a look here, that these are distributor sales earnings disclosed or potential gross earnings and not net of other business expenses. So these are proper disclosures I want to share with you, but I'm going to talk tonight about 4 different components. One is that we're onto something big with products and very loud science. 2, how can we monetize that? 3, the timing has to be good in a marketplace to really make sure that this sings. And 4, can you do this? Is there a system in place? And that's what we do have. So let's start from the beginning. Lifevantage began in a lab with one single question. Is declining health something we have to simply accept as part of getting older? Well, the first discovery was that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. And discovery number 2, decades later, we discovered a way to activate these abilities. So this is where our company was formed, to continue this research and to share it with the world in 2003. So where we started, a brief history of Lifevantage was that the products have been sold since 2003, and an ABC primetime investigative report ran, and it was a true breakthrough in science. And in this actual ABC primetime, John Quinones took a product of ours, and he had such dramatic results that we got flooded as this little biotech company with orders. Over $5 million worth of orders came in. And universities and prestigious medical centers began to self-fund research because they saw what was on this ABC primetime as well. And we're talking about universities like Harvard, Colorado State, universities of Louisiana State, Texas Tech, and all that you see right here. And that they thought this is big, big, big science, which we're going to get into in just a moment here. And this, if you have not seen that ABC primetime, make sure you get with the person that introduced this to you so that you can see it. It literally made history. And then what had happened was that all these products, the one in particular was sitting on the shelves in the retail outlets. And by this time, all the hype had died down. So nobody knew what it was. And this company was actually not doing so hot. And they brought in some experts that said, this is a story that has to be told. People need to see that ABC primetime. People need to understand what we have in our hands. And they switched it from retail to direct sales in 2009. And that has led our company to soar. So what is this really incredible product? Well, we began using activation to address the leading theories on health declining aging. Don't we all want to be young forever? Well, let's go into these theories. Number 1 is the theory of oxidative stress. What is that? Well, oxidative stress, the issue is the body is constantly bombarded by this oxidative stress. It's an onslaught of free radicals that are impacting the cellular function. So if you think about this, if you cut an apple open and you leave it on the counter, it oxidizes. The air hits it. And when that happens, it turns brown. Well, we essentially do that also from the inside out. And when we do that, naturally, what happens is that it affects every system in the body, from the heart, the eyes, skin, kidney, joints, lungs, brain. It affects everything. So the solution is the body combats oxidative stress by producing antioxidants. And unfortunately, the body's production of these antioxidants slow over time. But really, what causes all this oxidative stress? Well, one is our diet. Smoking, does anyone ever do that anymore? I'm not sure. Medication, pollutants, of course, toxins, pesticides, rigorous exercise. I am a product of that. Wireless signals, EMFs, right? Alcohol. And it starts to happen quicker and quicker. So how can we combat this? Well, there's a pathway in the body. It's the nerve 2 pathway. And this is the pathway that we can literally flip on the switch of this. And what'll happen is it helps to reduce oxidative stress. And in this case, with Lifevantage Pro Tandem, Nerve 2 Synergizer, it lowers oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And there are 5 plant ingredients, but in a perfect recipe with patents to protect the recipe. Milk thistle, bacopa, ashwagandha, green tea extract, turmeric. You may have heard of some of these, but really what it does, it increases some of our survival genes in our body by 30%, by 54%, and even increases glutathione, one of our very important survival genes in our body, by 300%, supporting the body's natural ability to rejuvenate our cells. This is huge, big, loud science. And really, it's very simply this. When you eat a direct antioxidant like a blueberry, that fights free radicals 1-to-1 like a Dixie cup of water on a house fire. But when you put Protandim in your body, it's that light switch that turns on your body's own ability to activate these free radicals that can fight, these antioxidants that can fight free radicals 1,000,000-to-1 and keep going strong. That is why this is very, very important. And that it's not just eating right, but by supplementing and activating our bodies to activate this nerve 2 pathway, this is what just totally transformed this company, has made us soar. We do have now over 25 peer-reviewed public journals, and you can go and research those at pubmed.gov, the National Institute of Health's website. And all of these came back because when those universities saw that ABC Primetime and they went out and they started doing their research, all that research has come back. And think about this. Any product that you can go and buy at the store, it usually does not have 25 peer-reviewed journal publications. It may have some peer-reviewed studies on ingredients, but very few products actually have it on the total product, and ours does. And these are the universities that did all the study. Very well-known institutions. In fact, one Washington State University said that Nerve 2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future, and that Nerve 2 may be the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. This is big. The second theory is mitochondrial decline. So I want you to think of these as the mighty mitochondria. They're the energy source inside of our cell. And the body needs constant power to run. It's our energy source. And really, the hurdle is that unfortunately the body's production of mitochondria starts to slow over time. But the body is constantly fixing and removing damaged mitochondria and producing new mitochondria in a process called mitochondrial biogenesis. But like I said, unfortunately, over time, we start to slow that production. So this Nerve 1 pathway is the pathway that is responsible for this mitochondrial biogenesis. And these are 5 plant ingredients, again, in a perfect recipe, patented. And this increases cellular energy. I want you to think of anybody that you may know that says, I just wish I had more energy. Well, instead of trying to cover up low energy and put a Band-Aid on it by any type of energy drinks or energy stimulants, instead, how about we get down to the root of the cell, into the the actual problem of the cell, and repair that. And when we do, we have more energy. So it improves sleep quality and also supports cognitive and brain health, and also healthy circulation and throughout the cardiovascular system. And the third theory is sirtuin activity. All I want you to think of with this is that our bodies produce waste, as they're just so brilliant and they're working so hard to clean everything up in the body. That waste has to go somewhere. And so think sirtuin activities, as sirtuins are the little trash trucks that take the waste and detoxify the body. And the solution to doing this is the body is constantly activating these sirtuins and producing additional sirtuins. But the problem is that unfortunately the body's production of sirtuins and sirtuin activity slows over time. Can you see a pattern here? Is that as we age, we just don't work as well. And we need that little boost to help us. And that's what this does. This is the NAD pathway. And this is the Protandim NAD Synergizer with, again, all natural plant ingredients that support healthy longevity. It helps with mental focus and concentration. How about a positive mood and motivation? Have you known anyone that's maybe lost their positive mood lately, their motivation? Well, guess what? This NAD Synergizer is fantastic. I take it every day myself. I take all of the products here and they work. This is the Tri-Synergizer. This gets down, all three of these products get down to the root of the cell and repairs from the inside out. But look what happens when they're taken all together. When they're taken all together, they work even better in synergy. You know, I'm half Greek, and synergia, right? Working together. If the root of the word is a Greek word. And this nerve-2 gene, look what happens when they're taken all together. Look how much more productive it works, up to 838%. The nerve-1 works even better at 118%. And then the NAD, 226% better when it's all taken together. They work very, very closely together. And these are our activating products. These are our cornerstones to the whole entire Lifevantage system, but we have more. And there is the Vitality Stack, which includes everything, and the Ultimate Stack. And then we have Nerve 2 activation for the brain, which is Axio. Funny, all the Greek words in here. Axio means worthy. You are worthy of energy. And ProBio, which is a healthy gut. And healthy guts, we've heard that the gut is the second brain. That is so true. And finding the right probiotic that actually does what it says it's going to do is very hard to find. Ours has the science behind it. Omegas, very clean source of omegas that actually helps with brain health, cardiovascular health. And then the True Science, which is the Nerve 2 activation for the skin. So we've got the inside out and the outside in. And of course, True Science hair care, that our scalp is like our skin and scalp, largest organs of the body, and they absorb everything. And these are clean products without toxins. And then we also have weight management and Nerve 2 activation for our pets. So you can find these products online with the person that showed this to you, and you can shop directly from their website, and they can even have a checkout for whatever you're interested in. They can send you a checkout cart. Or if you're thinking to yourself, hold on, I know people that could totally benefit from these products. Could I do that as well? Absolutely. Let's talk about how we can monetize this health experience. This is a perfect meld right now, working from home anywhere. You know, it was very interesting that I never realized how imperative it was going to be to work from home than it is right now. And everyone has to. We're going back into the homes and going, how can we turn this into, how can we share from our homes? Well, because of technology and social sharing, that's exactly what we do. We have a virtual office, minimal business assets, and no inventory requirements, and a personal online store. I have to explain that my husband has a traditional business in janitorial. It's like the wild, wild west right now going on. And one time he was holding my phone for me at an event, and my phone was buzzing in one pocket and his in the other. And he said, Cherise, I can't hold the phone anymore. I said, why? And he said, because my phone buzzes and it's heartache and stress with all my employees and all the stress that goes along with traditional business. But your phone buzzes and it's hope and opportunity. And I keep thinking, bad phone, good phone, bad phone, good phone, because I'm going crazy. But that is, if you ever thought, wow, what could I do from home? This could be a perfect answer for you. So how do you get started? Well, first, you've got to be a product of the product and use the products yourself. These are the packages to get started, a silver, gold, or platinum pack. I do suggest the platinum pack because then you can try all the products we have. And if you're going to open up your own business, wouldn't you want to know what they do and how to experience these products? So I suggest the platinum pack. You can try all the flavors of Axio, our brain drink, and then of course all the other Nerve 2 products and science products with it to feel the vitality. When you get started, would you rather feel 50% good or 100% good? Let's go for 100% good. And how do you get paid? Well, there are different payments. We actually have daily pay now and weekly and monthly pay. So let me show you how to get into profit mode. First, as we were talking about the silver, gold, or platinum packs, when you enroll, after you enroll 3 people the same way that you came in, that you end up earning your money back on that. But we're really not looking at how we can earn our money back as much as how can we be profitable, especially in a time like this. Well, let's look first. Why Lifevantage? Look at the sales by product category. Why now, right? Well, 60% plus increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. And I bet nobody would disagree with me that right now, especially in our country, people are looking for ways to boost their immune system, to boost their wellness, to boost their health, and to be the most vital and most energetic, healthy person they can be. And so this is soaring right now. So let's look also at why Lifevantage, right? Well, oh my gosh, the corporate staff has, and the board of directors, huge news here. We expanded to Europe, where we were rated the best places to work. We add to the European footprint. We named Aaron Brockovich to our board. Yes, Aaron Brockovich, the real Aaron Brockovich, not just from the movie. We're honored the Stevie Award winner in 2019 at the American Business Awards. Let's see, we continue to launch in Belgium, and we were added to the Russell 3000 Index. And we celebrated our 10th anniversary at Elite Academy in Kansas City as we soared our financial results for the 4th fiscal quarter and full fiscal year. I will say this much is that we had 2 of the largest months in the whole entire company in the last 2 months. And also we expanded our product line just recently. We opened business in New Zealand. We offer now free shipping as of in 2020. And then in January of this year, Lifevantage Corporation, we rang the NASDAQ closing bell. So we became very popular overnight. So we are also on the front of, we sponsor the RSL soccer team, and my son is a big time soccer player, and he was watching soccer since it's on right now, and RSL was playing. He said, "Mom, look, there's Lifevantage on TV." I said, "I know." So we are getting out there, and people are starting to hear about the best kept secret out there. Look at all the markets we're open. You don't even need to know anybody in these markets. But by you introducing this to someone that may know somebody else somewhere else, you can actually experience an international business from your home. We also have a culture here at Lifevantage of giving back. Now, let's go into, if we're talking about a business, let's actually look at this for a moment. This is our income disclosure statement. And here, if we look at the different distributor ranks on the left, and then go to the center where it talks about the average monthly commissions paid at that rank, it's highlighted at Pro 3. That means at Pro 3 that you plus your organization is moving $5,000 of product a month. And when that happens, average income of a Pro 3 is about $626 a month. But I've always said this, when we're talking about leveraged income, you know, I used to be a personal trainer, which I do it for fun now, but I used to do it for a living. And I was also in the insurance business, and every year on January 1st, I had to start my income over. Now I get to start from where it last ended and add upon that. How about that for a concept, right? And as we move through here, look at Premier Pro 5. The average income of a Pro 5, moving 20,000 of organizational volume a month, is an average of $3,000 a month. And these are just averages. If we take it into elite, in the elite ranks, Elite Pro 7, look at the average monthly income of 13,000 monthly income. I personally am an Elite Pro 8, and the average income of an Elite Pro 8 is over $25,000 a month. That is more than what the average doctor makes in this country. So look at the possibilities. You decide what you want from this, and you say, all right, this looks good. We can help you get there. So you're asking right now, can I do this? Well, I'll tell you right now that we have a 24/7 support team here, and that's a very easy to follow system. We launch your business. We help people learn about Lifevantage and the products, and we lead others to do exactly the same. And it's a regular team meetings and trainings, it's skill set, mindset, leadership. My husband says all the time, Cherise, there is no other business that I know of in the world that produces as much personal growth. So get ready. And we have regular corporate events with the most positive people on the planet, incentives to keep you motivated, and a private support community. This is Lifevantage. And I just wanted to end with this, is that, just in this environment that we're in right now, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, can I do something from home? I just want to give you a little bit of stats going on right now in the world. Victoria's Secret declared bankruptcy. 24-Hour Fitness, big giant fitness gurus declared bankruptcy. GNC will be closing 1,200 stores and filing bankruptcy. Chanel, Rolex have stopped production. Nike is getting ready for stage 2 layoffs. Airbnb founder says that due to the pandemic, 12 years of effort were destroyed in 6 weeks. Starbucks announced the permanent closure of 400 stores, and the list continues. And to say, gosh, in an environment that we're in right now, instead of focusing on what is closing and what is not essential, how about focusing on ingenuity and what markets are driving and thriving right now? Join us, because Lifevantage is one of those markets that is thriving right now, and we would love to have you with us. Welcome to the team. You fall into one of 3 categories. 1, you may need more information and get with the person that invited you to this to get that information. Or you can say, I need those products in my body now. That would be really important to do so, I would feel. Become a customer. And then the third is, I want to join the team. Get with the person that introduced us to you and said, let's get started tonight. Thank you for your time, everybody.